that was the one that was kind of the bane of my existence, but gave me the foresight and energy to advocate for myself and other, especially women. I have a rare swallowing disorder called achalasia no one's heard about, but it's often people that have Hashimoto's can have this one. The vitiligo, I have alopecia, I have the balding, which is in circular spots. I've had it in my eyebrows and in my hair. I have a ton of hair, but I wanna keep my hair, and,
It looks
pernicious
beautiful, your
thank
hair.
you,
It
thank
look it
you.
really
I have a
does.
ton of it.
Yeah.
Pernicious anemia, I have some others.
Oh my
But anyway,
goodness.
I've
Okay.
reversed most of them. I wish I had all the things we know now about reversing Hashimoto's, I didn't know 25 years ago. Mine isn't the best it's ever looked. My antibodies are down. My antibodies once were like 2,400, which I
Crazy.
mean,
Yeah.
yes, it made the
Yeah.
teaching hospital here in Arkansas go, "Ooh, that's crazy." But now I see
Yeah.
the body keeps a score. It's all related.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. That's one thing I like about functional medicine. And when you work with a thyroid specialist,
Yeah.
functional medicine thyroid specialist like Dr. Amy, and there's many others, um, they actually understand. They run all the tests. Like, let me ask you, did you have an issue at the beginning getting all the proper tests? Did they stop at TSH?
Girl,
Like,
that's what the problem was for 4 years. They
yeah,
said, "TSH is normal."
oh,
That's
drives me
what
crazy.
I
Yeah.
know, it made me literally almost made me insane because I was like, "Something is wrong." So I started at about 2.1, which really I think is too high now at TSH. To feel my
Yeah.
best, I'm under a point 0.1, right? Wait, I can't do numbers. I'm under 1 point, yes.
I
So
gotcha.
I'm
Yeah.
like at point 9 or something, like, I want it low to feel my best. And so that number, I kept all those lab values because I knew something was wrong. And so I started like at TSH was at 2 point and then 2.5 and then 3 point. See, it's an insidious onset. It's slow onset. And it wasn't until that doctor who listened to me and said, "Oh, you've got vitiligo." He said, "Let's look at your antibodies." So my TSH was only 3.8, which is subclinical hypothyroidism. But that first lab value with my antibodies, they were greater than 1,300, which they don't need to be more than 40. And that's when he said, "Well, welcome to the Hashimoto's family." And I said, "What is it?" Because they kept saying, "Are you sure you're not bipolar?" And I went, "Why?" And they said, "Because you're energetic in here and you said you're tired at home." And I went, "'Cause I'm a performer." I mean, I've been in front of a camera for 40 years. I can turn it on. If there's a camera, I can turn it on and be delightful and funny. I'm not gonna come in here and drag. But I was just so tired. And so it was the antibody test. And my doctor said I then found an endocrinologist who was old-timey and listened to what the patient said instead of lab values. And he said
Fantastic.
he
Yeah.
said, "There's so much inflammation when antibodies are high, that's why you feel bad." And so my antibodies are low now and I feel great.